Alongside Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico, and this is Ryan Fitzgerald. He's got the ball on the tee. Off we go from the Steel City. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Finding Metcalf quickly on the RPO. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets. And he continues to make plays like that. Your top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
And he will have a Steelers first down. They're able to convert by plenty on 3rd and 1.
An early test here for that offensive line, and they come through. They're going to have to continue to find space in the ground game for their running backs to continue to move the chain. So, nice job there. Give them a lot of credit. Now the question is, what is the adjustment on the defensive side of the ball in the next third down situation? Teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. And that is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They do indeed snap as they'll try and throw. It's intercepted. He tried to take on Sauce, and Gardner took it away. But quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing in all over the field, and this offense is lucky. This can go all the way back for a pick 6. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. Etienne. And he's not going to get in. Tackled at the line. It'll bring up 4th and goal.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
For the Panther field goal, a 20-yard attempt.
That one is good. And the Panthers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
Okay, great. Let's go now.
They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. Oh, yeah. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
37-yard line.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second
It's a
down.
loss of 2.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. A gain of 16 on that pass play. Good for a Steeler first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. If you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Panthers take over first down 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Let's go. Bronco 80. Ready.
On the ground, here's Etienne. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here. And that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. Panthers football to begin this second quarter. They've got it second down and 11. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Down the right sideline. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 74 terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Panthers are on top. It's now 10-7.
Steelers 7.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll try to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Cowboy 80. Ready?
They'll run. It's ETN. And he is planted. Backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
On the go.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready?
Throwing now from the gun. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down. First time these two. Down.
1st and goal, Carolina.
Come on. Set. Let go.
Here's a run. She'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here now, 2nd down and goal.
Viking 18. Scoop.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Jimmy Horn Jr. Touchdown, Panthers. On now is Fitzgerald for the PAT. His kick is good. Panthers will get out in front 17-7.
Steelers 7. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. This returnable from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Let's go now.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. He gets free. And he's going to take this one all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Now ETN. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Let's go now. Ready.
Back to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down.
A gain of 19.
They'll get a new set of downs. It's a gain of 19.
First down.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
They'll run, and for the first time, it's Jonathan Brooks. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Keanu Benton there for the stop.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 9.
Here we go. Set. 60. Ready.
Here's ETN.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. Third and 10.
Here we go. Set. 70 Timberwolves.
He'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. A big play for the Panthers. 31 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. Trevor Etienne. Touchdown, Carolina. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Fitzgerald now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Panthers go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
6-yard line.
Ready, break. Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get, Mike. You're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
The extra point is good. Panthers add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Check smash, check smash. 70 Lions. Ready.
Right back to the air following that pick 6. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he will go all the way. D.K. Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That is second touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
Okay, ready? Come on, come on. Hit! Press all 80. Ready, ready?
Now, faking the give. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Ready, set.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. The Panthers will take their first timeout as will stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
That one taken in. That's Citarella McMillan. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. There is a lot of room to operate.
Here's Ryan Fitzgerald to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Panthers going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Go!
They'll look to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Ready.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Ready?
He's going to air one out for Metcalf. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. DK Metcalf was the intended target. 3rd down coming up.
Go. Connect. 70 Timberwolves. Go.
For the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Panthers will extend their 3rd quarter lead. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room. ETN. Awkward-looking tackle there. Upended at the line of scrimmage. No game.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. Tenero McMillan was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike. And that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route. But the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. Pickup of 46 yards.
Ready.
Hold back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Brings up second and 7.
Here we go. Set. Viking 18. Ready.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Now a screen set up for ETN. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And it looks like he's going to have enough for the first down. Yes, he does. First and goal coming up.
Nice run right there. You get down here into the red zone area, Mike, and yards are hard to come by. He's able to stick his head in there and sets him up for first and goal.
Brooks will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
Ready. Set. Ready.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout. That's going to bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Ready. Let's go.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. It's uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, but we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Ready.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down.
Check. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready, ready.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the Steelers first down as the defense nowhere to be found. They picked up 20 on 4th down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Get it. Ready.
On 2nd down, a run with Johnson. Big opening up the middle. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. He has a touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground.
The contact, but then to also have the speed to break away once you get into the open field.
The Steelers
now they'll set up to throw. And he's not going to get in. The decision to go for 2 doesn't pay off. Unable to cut any further into the deficit.
27.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
Give them 14 on that one. It's a Carolina first down.
And the Panther first down.
Let's go. Go.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's to the receiver, Horn.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles. 60.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. It's good for a Panther first down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the 2nd half.
Now a handoff, running right. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop.
2nd and 6.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 6.
Press all 80.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 6.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
He'll look to throw. To the right side, he finds McMillan. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's close to another 1st down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it. And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll try and run it with Brooks. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
And this is just a defeated defense at this point in the game. Like, it's been like this all day long. They just have not been able to get the stops when they've needed them. Here's another chance on 3rd down, and they just can't make a play.
Again, it is Brooks. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Steady.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Trying to keep the drive alive, going to have to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hawk 70, Mustang 19. Go.
Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down. Here's Ryan Fitzgerald to try the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Another one through the upright. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown when you find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go now. Cowboys.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's complete. It's Metcalf. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That's good.
What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another 1st down.
This guy has just such a knack for getting open, Mike, and whenever they're looking for that big play, he's usually one of the guys at the top of the progression, and it's pretty easy to see why.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Good hustle by the defense to beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive lineman to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision, That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
Here we go. 77. Hurt. Ready,
Back to throw. A throw there on second down. Going to be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think like they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
19.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Ready. Panther 6.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And he's going to have the Steelers first down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Go. Ready.
Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. He'll swing this out to Johnson. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Initially, a really good job by the quarterback. Once he got flush from the pocket, I thought he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, looking for the big play. Not much there. Ultimately decides to check it down to the back and doesn't result in much.
Ready. Cougar 19. Ready.
Back to the air one more time. That's into traffic, but taken in. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Forced the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
This one, incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Not much there. Maybe a yard.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Viking 18. Ready.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Let's go now.
Have to get this to the 20. Here's 3rd down. Victory formation here as he's down from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort and will come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.